What's up, YouTube? It's almost as if the universe is telling me I'm doing the right thing by vlogging. Anyways, let's start that over again. Anywho, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Monique, and if you're not new here, my name is still Monique. Okay, you guys. Once again, I need somewhere to like rest my arm or whatever. My tripod is somewhere. It's actually right there. I'm just not gonna put it on right now. I'll put it on later. But you guys, it has been so long since where do I look? Right here. I'm even forgetting where to look, how to vlog everything, because it's been so long since I have last vlogged to you guys, made a video. I cannot tell the last time I picked up the camera, I'm not gonna lie, and just talked or did anything with or for the camera. I don't even know the date. Oh, today's April 26th. Oh, it's April 26th. I'm not really sure how April finished. Oh my gosh. I'm not really sure how the month of April just went by. But it did. That's actually kind of scary thinking about that. The month of April is damn near gone. There's 4 days left of April. We're in Taurus season. So weird. This is so weird. Birds, I'm doing a little mating call. I've never seen that before. I'm getting distracted. You guys, it's been so long since I last vlogged. Why, you've asked? Maybe because I've been just backloaded with footage that I just, for some reason, just haven't touched. I think I get these modes where like I sit down and I can edit and I can pack out 3 to 5 to 6 videos in a day, and then after that I just am burned out and I don't touch the camera, the computer or anything until like that energy comes back. I think it's because I really crash it all in a day's worth and make it happen, that I think that I'm good for the next weeks, months. I don't really know, but I really need to stop doing that, because let's just make it more healthy and consistent. But today I actually have no agenda whatsoever. It's Sunday, but I just know, because I pushed out, got organized, did a lot with YouTube and videos yesterday. I know I'm ready to start vlogging again, because I now actually have damn near 2 empty memory cards. Really only one, because the one is gonna break and I'm not trying to take any chances on there. So I got everything off of there that I needed. I'm gonna go back to just using the one memory card, so that way I don't get so backed up of footage and don't, you know what I'm saying, edit, because I have 2 full memory cards. Like, that was just actually dumb. I don't really know why I thought that was a smart idea, but I was backed up. So now one memory card will be stuck on that. After I'm done with my videos, I just delete them from off the memory card, because as long as I put them on YouTube, they're out. I don't need to keep the raw footage, my personal opinion. But yeah, I just feel like today, once again, I don't know what it is about me and this camera, and I get to talking so fast that I'm out of breath. Before I outdid this camera, I was breathing normally. I was fine. As soon as I talked to the camera, now all of a sudden I can't breathe. Very crazy. But like I was saying, I have no agenda for today. Absolutely none. I'm just trying to make one. It's about to be like 2 o'clock, I think. I just got out of the shower, just brushed my teeth. I had breakfast a few hours ago, so now I'm just trying to get ready so that I could leave the house for the day and go do whatever I feel like doing. I'm not really sure what that is, but I just know I don't want to be in the house. So I'm gonna go find something to do. But whatever I do, you guys are gonna come along with me, because I got my camera. So yeah, let me get dressed, put some clothes on, and then we'll come back. And I think I'm just gonna make this a day vlog, because I don't need to do a week, literally just a day, and actually stay consistent with that, and then edit it and put it out hopefully soon. But yeah, let me do that. Let me get dressed, and then I'm gonna come back to you guys in a quick little sec. Okay, toodles. Okay, y'all, it's now 3:02. I am dressed, ready to go. I should put my tripod up so y'all can see me. That would be smart, but I'm really resourceful, so I'm gonna use my mirror. Once again, if you know, you know. Rich people really recycle their clothes. They have the same 3 outfits, and they just, like, you know, make something new every single time. So I'm wearing my hoodie once again, because today I felt like wearing red, so I picked this hoodie out. I'm wearing it with my old CSP track apparel uniform. I just wanted to put the colors. Red is the main color. Got green, yellow. I think there's a little bit of orange. I had the scarf that also had the color to go with it. I was wearing a hat, but it was just getting too stud-ish, not what I want. Okay. Then I have my bracelets, stat green. Then I'm wearing some light blue. Light blue mom jeans. And then I'm gonna go red on the shoes. And then I'm gonna do zebra print paint or bag because I was wearing gray sweatpants at first. But then the gray sweatpants was giving like just too lazy. And I didn't want it to be too lazy. I want it to look like there's effort in it. With the green bandana. Everything's looking so bright right now. There we go. Green, just adding colors. And then if I get, or once it gets colder, whatever, my ultimate favorite black, I'm supposed to call this leather jacket. This is not leather. My favorite, what is this type of jacket called right now? Anyways, can't think of the words, and I'm not gonna think too much about it because that's gonna piss me off. That is the fit. What the fuck? I'd be so out of breath. What did I do for me to really be out of breath? Anyways, you want to know what's in my bag? Cool, let me show you. Since you're asking, I've had this bag since I don't know how long. Probably high school. Don't even know where I got it from. It's literally just one of those throw everything in there type of bags. So that's what I do. I throw everything in there type of bag. So let me show y'all what's on this bag. We're gonna sit because let me zoom. Okay. You guys, it's actually embarrassing how much I can't breathe right now. First things first, my charger for my iPhone 11 Pro Max. Yes. I got one of the old pieces and you can see. Yes, yes, yes. Right? Yeah, some of y'all don't know what this is. This is ancient territory for some of y'all because y'all upgraded and got that new boxed iPhone with the C charger. I'm not hating. I will get there eventually, but for right now, my phone worked great. I have my, because there's no reason for me to continue and be huffing and puffing on you like the big bad wolf. Like, please. That also makes me think, why am I so funny, right? Like, where do I just get analogies from and I'm able to spit things off the top of my head like I'm Dr. Seuss? How do I do that? I saw a crackhead do it yesterday. I said, oh no, you're actually funny. Well, let me not call him a crackhead. He wasn't a crackhead, but he was something. I said, no, you're actually funny. I think I'm funny, you're actually funny. But if I was seeing him how I was seeing him, is that how people used to see me in high school? And that's why they voted me most likely to win a rap battle, because once again, let me stay on topic. My Steve Madden wallet. My bag full of lip glosses. Y'all already know this is, I was about to say Go Puff, Nature Valley. Something is clearly wrong with me right now. I'm not really sure what it is. My tripod, handy dandy. Love this thing. Performs. It's like a great, you know, if you ever just need to beat somebody real quick, this would serve great. I would love to try it one day, but also I don't think it would. And then lastly, oh, a pen. Not a Benjamin bitch, a pen. To write, scribble, or whatever you feel. And then my New King James Version Spirit-Filled Student Life Bible. Today's just feeling like one of those days where we go sit down somewhere and read the Bible. Like I said, I'm not really sure what I'm doing. Well, I do know for a fact the one thing that I have to do today is give my friend her birthday gift. I am gonna get ready to go because, like I said, it's now 3:11. And yeah, I'm just ready to get about this house, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. Like, oops, let's zoom it out. It's just, there's times when you like to be in your house. You like to be in your house when it's just you. Not like it's a problem when anyone else being, but I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'm just, when you find your groove, you go Cusco, right? And when you don't have your groove, you will go Cusco. So let me go find my groove. I'm so cool. Or should I wear the green bandana? No, All right, let's get outside. Okay, guys. I had stopped to get. Oh, hold on. Before I talk any much more, cause ooh, that's a wet booger, a wet dry booger. Oh hell no. Oh, not the snot in my nose like this. Whose dog is getting abused? Oh hell no. She got any tissue up in here? I have to say, she better have some tissue up in here. Y'all, I'm in this little tight ass space. It's ain't even a parking spot. There's just so much going on downtown, so I don't like being in these little crowded areas like this. I just moved my car here because I'm not gonna be here. She's just gonna come down. But before I even text her to come down, I just had to get that little booger up out of there. I just wanted to show y'all what I got. All right, let me show y'all, and then I could text her. So I ended up getting her a photo album. Boom. It is a brown, I think it's a 500-page photo album. Obviously there's no pictures in here. Oh yeah, we're not gonna open that because they have it covered and whatnot. But I did say I was gonna put one of my pictures in there. I thought I had a full-size picture, an extra full-size picture that I was gonna give specifically to her, but I could not find that one. So I had one of my extra Polaroids that was in my page that I put on top of one of my full pictures, and I'm like, oh wow, perfect. It can literally go in her front frame so she knows it's for me every single day. Look at it, but look, there's our picture. Oh my gosh, I have to just take the camera and flip it. This is the picture from the day I graduated. She actually brought the Polaroid and took the Polaroid pictures. So this is one of the extra Polaroid pictures I had. And then there's these other pictures, you know, that's supposed to be filled with what you want. Look at these old people. I was about to cuss them out so bad, but there's no need to do that and just kill my mojo for what? Because why were they in my mouth just now? Like, they ain't never, like, there's not a whole car parked to me on the side looking goofy and whatnot. Like I said, y'all, there's too much going on in this little cramped area. That's why I need to hurry up and get the fuck up out of here. But I just want to do that real quick. I got it in brown because the day of her dinner, I was just texting her and asking her colors because they have multiple different colors. I'm like, okay, there's pink. All of us right now are doing pink for the birthday theme. But like, okay, I'm thinking like as a photo album, what seems fitting, right? And honestly, I'm glad I was just giving her colors to choose from what they had, and I was making her like choose the different colors, and then I was opposing the colors, you know, so then she can kind of have the choice of like what color she wanted. I'm glad she went with the brown because I think the brown actually is probably the best color that they have. The pink, the green, the black, the other color would have been black, but black just seemed too like the brown seems perfect. It seems very fitting for her. So I'm glad she chose brown because she said brown. I said cool. Whole time I don't know what she thought I was asking for, but I never told her. I think she was just asking like, you know, whatever. But let me text her and let her know I'm downstairs. Hello.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not parked properly. I'm not on the road. I'm in this little they got too much going on here, so I was gonna tell her just come in the car.
Yeah, they got too much going on.
What? Too much going on over here. I'm not gonna lie, too much going on. So
It's annoying.
It's fuck. So yeah, you'll see me. I'm right here, right next to this little white Volkswagen in this little conjunction that they made. So.
Conjunction. People's taking up parking. That's what
No, that's exactly what they're doing. Right, y'all. Perfect. So here she come. Ain't no need to record her reaction because y'all, what? It's for us or whatever. But yeah, good thing she's coming down. Show her that. I think that'd be really cute. This boy is circling the lot. Like I said, there's too much going on over here, so I need to stay 10 toes down and figure it out because I don't like when there's just so much shit going around me because that means I have to get activated and I don't want to be activated. I like when I'm slow, focused, and calm. So I'm gonna talk to y'all when I'm done and going to my next spot. So T, y'all, look at my gift. Not me getting the birthday girl gift, and then she got me. Look at that.
So cute.
That's actually 2T. Oh, let me calm down. plus the champagne toast candle.
It's the way that your name looks so good.
No, so good. Anything you have to say to the vlog? Yeah.
Hey vlog, we're just exchanging gifts.
Yeah, gift exchange.
It's everybody's birthday.
You feel me?
We are always the birthday. Okay?
Uh-huh.
I'm the birthday, she's the birthday.
The birthday, okay, the
We're
birthday, the
always
birthday.
the birthday.
Period. I love that.
Thank you, Monique.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so sweet.
I said it's the least I can do,
Girl,
I think.
yes.
Okay, you guys just seen I got my little gift bag. Super cute, whatever. Yeah, I do love that custom shot glass with my name on it. That's so sick. But right now, I'm currently at the U of M campus. How did I get over there? Or how did I get over here, you may ask? So one thing about me, like, I know general areas, but like, I was honestly trying to like park by one of the spots where the river be at. I know I'm right near the river, but this is, you guys, I'm just a girl. Like, I don't have the map of Minnesota like memorized. Like, I know how to get there on a freeway, like but then like how to get to where I know I'm trying to get to, I can't remember. Like, I know buildings, I know things by, but like, how do I get there? I literally have to drive around to figure it out. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I really am gonna do that. So let me just look for the Mississippi River and try to find anywhere around. I could literally be anywhere around the river. So I typed in the Mississippi River. I found the Mississippi River right around the U of M. I'm like, okay, that's one of the spots I know I can park and sit at. Where it brought me to directly on the campus. I said, yeah, no, this is not the area that I'm thinking about in my head, but I'm not gonna try to drive and find the exact location that I'd be looking for. So I'm just gonna find somewhere around where I can sit and be around the river. So I was driving, I was just honestly following this truck in front of me, and he was gone, and I'm like, child, I can't follow you all day. But as I was driving, one, there were turkeys on the road. Why is there turkeys in spring? I'm not really sure. Where do turkeys come from? Where do turkeys be hiding and posted up throughout the year? I don't really know, but like, seeing turkeys real life in daytime, just like walking on the campus of the University of Minnesota is just hilarious. But there's turkeys around this John. As we were stopping and slowing and waiting for the turkeys to cross, I seen down the hill from where I'm at volleyball going on. Like, I won't call this sand volleyball, but they're outside and people are playing volleyball. I don't know if you can see it exactly. I'm gonna try to show you guys from where I'm at. See, this is the camp. People are playing volleyball over there. They have nets and stuff over there, and then they had some, oh, you definitely can't see it on that side, but from up there where the turkeys were crossing us, I saw people play volleyball, and I'm like, oh my gosh, volleyball. I love volleyball, guys. I love watching volleyball. I played volleyball for 2 years. I love it. I think it's such a great sport. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love watching volleyball. It's just so, oh, it gets you pumped up. But I'm like, yes, I want to go sit down and be like, okay, the water, I'm close to it. I wanted to go to walk, but I'm not gonna walk and like read, because I wanted to park and sit by water, because I think I'm gonna sit and read my Bible until I meet up with my friends. So I wanted to do that at like the river. Volleyball in the background is not bad at all. I was starting to get hungry, so I was like, let me go get tacos right now. But I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Someone else is gonna pay for my tacos, so I'm gonna just wait on that. But good thing I brought a little snack with me. I brought an extra bottle of water, crackers that I didn't finish this. Can you hear them? I love that. Y'all, please be so for real. I spilled water on myself. I got water on my pants. It's leaking down to my butt. TSA, pre-SA, all the texts, I'm finna talk. If you don't want to see me talk, speak past this, right? I don't think I'm the most spiritual guru, hippie, doo-doo, whatever there is in the world, but I think I am in tune enough to know when things are happening and to not know exactly what everything is that I'm experiencing, but to understand the deeper knowing of things, that something is a sign of something spiritually talking to me, right? Okay, cool. This morning, when I was getting gas, this afternoon, quite, because that wasn't even morning, all of a sudden, my Bluetooth on the side of my head is going off. I said, wow, never felt that before. Like, you know when you get like an eye twitch or whatever? Feeling that on the side of my head here. I said, oh, new sensation unlocked. What is that about? What does that mean? It's the first time I ever experienced that. It just started doing that again as I'm talking about my Ritz crackers. So maybe, once again, I shouldn't be eating Ritz crackers, but I probably will eat my Ritz crackers still. Was my stomach feeling some type of way today? Yes. Could that be from a list of the things that I ate today? Yes. Would I think that kiwis, avocados, or spinach should make my stomach act some type of way? No. Would it be from the coconut yogurt that I've been sitting down in my refrigerator that isn't quite expired but did explode on me? Could be. Is it from the Ritz crackers? Could be. People pay for working, y'all. Me personally, I contribute too much to society, I think, to like be doing stuff like that. But I'm not gonna knock it for anybody. Do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea what I'm gonna read, what I'm gonna study. I just feel like today was a day to pick up the Bible and read. Okay, what am I gonna read today? How am I gonna decide what do I want to study? What do I want to like take upon? I'm not really sure. Should we just open it up and hope that like Spirit guides us to somewhere? We're in the book of Isaiah. We're in the book of Isaiah. Between, you see this crumbled up page? I'm in between, do you see this? I'm in between chapter 25 and chapter 30. Chapter 25, 26. 25 is praise to God. 26 is a song of salvation. 27 is take refuge from the coming judgment. I don't know. I think Isaiah chapter 30. Chapter 29 or chapter 30 feels like it's calling me. Let's just do a little Bible study together, yeah? You see me shaking my hand? Shaking my hand? Scratching my hand? Please. If I knew English, who knows where I'd be in this life. Yeah, let's do a little Bible study together, right? A little car Bible study. Let me push the seat back and get comfortable. Fuck. Oh. Okay. I like this little footnote of listen to the teaching of God, but this is chapter 28. Let's just read. We're just going to read and then we're just going to go from here, okay? So we're going to start with Isaiah chapter 28, verse 23 to the end. So the footnote above that, or the little title or whatever, is listen to the teaching of God. Verse 23. Give ear and hear my voice. Listen and hear my speech. Does the plowman keep plowing all day to sow? Does he keep turning his soil and breaking the clods? When he has leveled its surface, does he not sow the black cumin and scatter the cumin? Plant the wheat in rows, the barley in the appointed places, and the spelt in its place? For he instructs him in right judgment. His God teaches him. For the black cumin is not threshed with a threshing sledge, nor is a cartwheel rolled over the cumin. But the black cumin is beaten out with the stick, and the cumin with the rod. Bread flour must be ground. Bread flour must be ground. Therefore he does not thresh it forever, break it with his cartwheel, or crush it with his horsemen. This also comes from the Lord of hosts, who is wonderful in counsel and excellent in guidance. That almost kind of sounds like how I just randomly decided to like find something to read, and this is where I was led to listen to the teaching of God. This gives me like, give ear and hear my voice, listen and hear my speech. Does the plowman keep plowing all day to sow? ? Does he keep turning his soil and breaking the clods? The clods? ? It's giving like you don't have to do what you think you need to do all day to be successful, or for you to get what you need to get done. You need to just put your trust in God. You need to put your trust in Source, who is guiding you, who is wonderful in counsel and excellent in guidance. Trust that what you are doing is exactly what you are supposed to be doing, and just follow the guidance, the instructions that's literally right in front of you, right? Even for me to get here, I followed the GPS up until a certain point. And then when I stopped following the GPS, I'm getting chills as I think about this. As I stopped following the GPS as I got here, I literally just followed this black truck that was in front of me. I followed this black truck that was in front of me. And why did I follow this black truck? I followed this black truck simply because of the license plate that I saw. The license plate that I saw told me follow. I trusted when I'm one of those spiritual woo-woo people. All right, hold on. Camera's gonna die. Or not die, but when I say I'm one of the spiritual woo-woo people, like angel numbers, signs and symbols, like I pay attention to all the little things. So the number that was on the license plate, I associate with a being. And when I saw this number, I was instructed in my mind now that follow this truck. It's like just continue to follow the truck and you will be guided to where you can go sit and be guided to. When I'm following them, I'm like, I know I can't follow them forever. As I turn, I see the volleyball. I love volleyball. So like for me, okay, I'm not sitting by the river, but the volleyball's enough. Eventually I will be by the river tonight. I just know that. Whether I go on a walk, I would like to go on a walk. I will be by the river tonight. That I'm not really worried about. But I did want to just kind of like sit down and just read and like kind of focus. You know what I'm saying? The water would have just been a nice calming element. But like this is also perfect. Like I like how this is busy but not busy. Like the road itself isn't busy. The action, the people over here, they're busy doing their thing. I love the fact that those people over there playing volleyball and they're busy playing volleyball. But the road is not chaotic. I like how it's a busy energy place. Like people are in good. I don't know. It's just soothing. But I followed that truck up until the point where I saw this place, and then I'm like, okay. I even made a U-turn to just come back here because I'm like, yeah, great. I don't know. It's just like, okay. I just was being guided, and I just continued to follow, and I did that. So, like the scripture says, you know. They're asking, does this person do this? Does this person do this? Obviously, no, they're not going to do these things all day. So when you plant a seed, know that your seed's going to grow, but it requires this, that, and the third. It requires trust for you to know that the seed's going to be built properly. Just trust the instructions that's being let out for you, the guidance that's being let out for you, and know that your seed's going to come out. Whatever you're germinating to produce, know that it's going to produce. But it takes time, and it takes, you have to be able to be patient, and you have to be able to not only be patient, but follow instruction. If you plant this the wrong way, it's not going to grow correctly. They said you can't beat it. You can't, what did he say? You know what's so crazy? I was reading this, not even knowing what I was reading for real, for real. The more I read it, the more I'm seeing it. Does the plowman keep plowing all day? Plow, as in a man who's plowing soil? No. Does he keep turning his soil and breaking the clods? I don't know why I was reading that as like a sewing machine. I don't know what my mind was taking me to believe. I don't know why I was thinking about a sewing machine. All day to sew. Oh, I was literally, because the word sew, I was literally thinking this is a sewing machine. They're talking about a farmer, a man who's like, plants. Okay, I was literally thinking about a sewing machine, so I'm like, okay, well, two different analogies. I get it, but like, this is why you have to read multiple times to really understand something. Okay, when he has leveled its surface, does he not sow the black cumin and scatter the cumin, plant the wheat in rows, the barley in the appointed places, and the spelt in its places? Does he not do what he's supposed to do after he did what he's supposed to do? He don't plow all day. He don't keep turning the soil all day. No, once it reaches where it needs to reach, you do what you need to do. You plant them in the necessary spots, right? For he instructs him in right judgment. His God teaches him. Do what you need to do, right? God is teaching, God is instructing you at all times, right? Even you knew, before you even knew how to plow, the instructions came from where? Someone taught you, so that you're all being instructed. You're being instructed at all times. You're being taught at all times, right? For the black cumin is not threshed with a threshing sledge, nor a cart rolled over the cumin, but the black cumin is beaten out with a stick, and the cumin with the rod. Okay. Bread flour must be ground. Therefore, he does not thresh it forever. Break it with his cartwheel, or crush it with his horsemen. This also comes from the Lord of hosts, who is wonderful in counsel and excellent God. God is literally talking. God is literally teaching you what to do. Literally instructing you what to do. I was instructed to come here without even knowing that I was instructed to come here. Do you understand what I'm saying? I was instructed to come here without even knowing I was instructed to come here. And now I'm sitting here reading about the instructions. Wow, what a great... wow, so great. Wow, what a great point. For he instructs him in right judgment as God teaches him. This also comes from the Lord of hosts, who was wonderful in counsel and excellent in guidance. Wow, didn't even peep that, for real. That's so crazy. Okay, now let's continue on to chapter 29. We'll read from verse 1 to verse 8. A woe to Jerusalem, right? Woe to Ariel, To Ariel, the city where David dwelt. Add year to year, let feasts come around, yet I will distress Ariel. There shall be heaviness and sorrow, and it shall be to me as Ariel. I will encamp against you all around. I will lay siege against you with a mount, and I will raise siege works against you. You shall be brought down. You shall speak out of the ground. Your speech shall be low out of the dust. Your voice shall be like mediums out of the ground, and your speech shall whisper out of the dust. Moreover, the multitude of your foes shall be like fine dust, and the multitude of the terrible ones like chaff that passes away. Yes, it shall be an instant, suddenly. You will be punished by the Lord of hosts with thunder and earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. The multitude of all the nations who fight against Ariel, even all who fight against her and her fortress, and distress her, shall be a dream of a night vision. It shall even be as when a hungry man dreams, and look, he eats. But he awakes and his soul is still empty, or as when a thirsty man dreams, and look, he drinks, but he awakes and indeed he is faint, and his soul so craves. So the multitude of all the nations shall be who fight against Mount Zion. Okay, and here's the footnote. Nope, haven't reached that part yet, so that footnote doesn't matter. A woe to Jerusalem, right? We know that Jerusalem is also considered Mount Zion, right? Yep, Jerusalem is considered Mount Zion, right? Yep. I think that's true. A woe to Jerusalem. What is woe? A woe is a celebration, right? A victory, or like a, yeah, like a woe, like a congratulations, or like a woe. L-W-O-E, woe is something along those lines to Jerusalem. Or like a woe to, like an oath or something, right? Something like that. What does woe mean? Well, intense sadness, misery, or deep distress. Makes sense, bitch, because what the fuck? He over here cussing and all this other stuff. A woe to Jerusalem. Woe to Ariel. Is Jerusalem Ariel? A to Ariel. That is Jerusalem. Woe to Jerusalem, the city where David dwelt. Add year to year. Let feasts come around, yet I will distress Jerusalem. There shall be heaviness and sorrow, and it shall be me as Ariel. It shall be me, God, as Ariel, portraying as Jerusalem. I will encamp against you all around. I will lay siege against you with a mount, and I will raise siege works against you, and you shall be brought down. You shall speak out of the ground. Your speech shall be low out of the dust. Your voice shall be like mediums out of the ground, and your speech shall whisper out of the dust. This sounds like, wow, are niggas getting cursed, or like niggas is finna be like just be living in misery? There's gonna be misery against you. There's gonna be misery against you as Jerusalem. Why? Is Jerusalem the people? Isaiah. I haven't gotten to Isaiah. See, here's the thing, right? I have a 365-day Bible. That takes me throughout the entire Bible, Old Testament to New Testament. I'm supposed to cover the entire Bible within a year, right? So far, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't read consistently my Bible for the last month and a half, almost 2 months. And I think it's because I read the Old Testament, New Testament, a Psalm, and a proverb. But the New Testament, I'm not gonna lie, it has been boring me, like, especially the fact that I'm in Luke, and Luke is literally Matthew, Mark, repeated stories, the same story. I feel like I'm like I just read this last 2 books with the same stories. I'm not interested. I don't want to hear it again. Although it's different, although it's being told a different way, I'm just like, I got bored of that. So like, I didn't want to read that anymore. Plus, I was like, I want to be able to read more of the Bible and not just read these like same shit. Like, I just felt like I wanted to just kind of read anywhere in the Bible and kind of look. And I probably should still be reading my 365, but like how I'm doing like this, just picking a random whatever in the Bible to read about it. But the thing is, now I haven't read far into Isaiah. I don't think I've even read Isaiah a day in my life, if I'm really thinking about it. Maybe I have, but like not anything that I can know exactly what the book of Isaiah is about for me to know the stories that are being referenced and whatnot. So like, yeah, I'm reading Isaiah and I'm like, okay, I don't even know what happened before Isaiah type shit. So Yeah, and then I was in Deuteronomy. No, I was not in Deuteronomy. I was in Numbers. Was it Numbers? Or was that Leviticus? Either Leviticus or Numbers. And that was just like, I was just so, that was, Old Testament was long. That's what it was. New Testament was like, damn, I'm rereading the same story. I keep hearing the same thing. Is that an eagle? New Testament felt like I'm rereading the same things. Old Testament was mad long. Yeah, let me skip to the part I actually want to read. The blindness of disobedience. This is verse 9 up into verse 9 up until 16. This is where the footnote is, and this is the blindness of disobedience, right? So, verse 9. Pause and wonder. Blind yourselves and be blind. I hope I'm not in these people's way. Like, regardless, they're gonna figure it out. Pause and wonder. Blind yourselves and be blind. They are drunk, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with intoxicating drink. For the Lord has poured out on you the spirit of deep sleep, and he has closed your eyes, namely the prophets, and he has covered your heads, namely the seers. The whole vision has become to you like the words of the book that is sealed, which men deliver to one who is literate, saying, read this, please. And he says, I cannot, for it is sealed. Then the book is delivered to one who is illiterate, saying, read this, please. And he says, I am not literate. Therefore the Lord said, inasmuch as these people draw near with their mouths and honor me with their lips, but have removed their hearts far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the commandment of men. Therefore, behold, I will again do a marvelous work among this people, a marvelous work and a wonder. For the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hidden. Woe to those who seek deep to hide their counsel far from the Lord, and their works are in the dark. They say, who sees us, and who knows us? Surely you have things turned around. Shall the potter be esteemed as the clay? For shall the thing made say of him who made it, he did not make me? Or shall the thing formed say of him who formed it, he has no understanding? Okay. This is good. This is good. We're going to read that again, but before we read that again, we're going to read the footnote. The footnote says, worship from a pure heart. And this is focusing on verse 13 and 14. And they call theirs faith alive. Okay, the footnote says, I want to read this before my camera dies or starts over, so let's do that. The footnote says, God wants his people to be fully devoted to him. We cannot fake devotion. God knows our hearts and knows whether we say God knows our hearts and knows whether what we say has integrity. This is the best reason to worship with your whole heart, a pure heart in love with him. We are to seek God's face continually, expressing our wholehearted devotion to him. We enter into this type of devotion and worship when we realize that God only honors worship that is accompanied by genuine obedience and heartfelt adoration. Insincere worship results in decreased wisdom and understanding. Paul in Philippians 3 verse 10 expressed his desire to know Jesus and the power of his resurrection. If we are worshiping God with our pure hearts, that will be our desire too. We will hunger and thirst after the knowledge of God and not after the perishable things of this world, that the perishable things this world offers. Okay, this is good. This is good. I like this. It's like I was so instructed to read today's read because I've been wanting to just pick up the Bible and read from places and not have to go. It's cool to go in order, but also like if I want to go in order to read that Bible, that means every single day I'm waiting to whatever that day has for me to offer. Every day I'm not waiting for that. Sometimes I just want to get in here and read. And I wanted this year to read the Bible, to really just read the Bible, to understand the Bible. And when I read something like this, verse 9 to 16, especially from like verse 13 to 16, I'm really understanding how not even just Christians, but very spiritual people or hoodoo people or anyone else who doesn't label themselves as Christian references the Bible for the very things that is being said here. Because when you read it as the book and understand deeper, and not just deeper, but understand what it's really saying, not in a religious text to specify it towards a religion and say this, that, and the third, but reading it to understand what it's being said and how to interplay that into any understanding, it's making sense. So let's read this over from verse 9 to 16. Pause and wonder, exclamation point. Blind yourselves and be blind, exclamation point. Blind yourselves and be blind. They are drunk, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with intoxicating drink. For the Lord has poured out on you the spirit of deep sleep and has closed your eyes, namely the prophets. And he has covered your heads, namely the seers. The Lord has poured out on you the spirit of deep sleep and has closed your eyes, namely the prophets. Those who can see, I have to change my battery. This is good. Those who have prophetic eyes to see things can see things. You do not have to call yourself a Christian to be able to see prophetic things. I know people, let me give you a clear, crystal example. I've noticed this. People who wear glasses are prophetic seers. There is a reason why they came into this earth wearing or having to need prescription glasses, right? You're thinking, oh, their eyesight is not as good. Whole time, the physical fact of them having a not a good eyesight is making up for the spiritual fact that they can actually see things in another realm. That's just my personal theory, my personal experience and personal understanding. I don't wear glasses, but I notice people who wear glasses, oh, they have a great vision for seeing things. My brother, my friends, everybody who wears glasses, right? I'm noticing okay, you guys are great at seeing the vision. Y'all are great at seeing things that y'all want to see or things that you can see, even if you can't interpret in the way that, you know what I'm saying, it's meant to be. You have a vision. You see things. Prophetic seers, right? Or prophetic people. Your eyes are closed, namely the prophets. What is a prophet? Let's look up the true definition of a prophet. A prophet is just someone who comes to preach, right? Someone who comes to preach a word or something like. A prophet means a person regarded or an inspired teacher or proclaimer of the will of God, or a person who predicts future events. You can see within the future. That's a prophet. Not saying you can see 30 years into the future. Bitch, be realistic. You could. But I mean you can see things that people can't. Some people have literally just a 3D vision where they can only see the things that are in front of them. If you understand physics, you understand, break it down. I don't even think this is physics. Whatever you learn, which science you learned this in school. You have gas particles, liquid particles, and you have solid particles. Everything comes down to particles, right? I'm made of particles, you're made of particles, everything's made of particles. The fact that we can see things physically is because they are condensed in particles and they make up a 3D physical shape. When you can't see things but they're still able to move around, they come in liquid form sometimes, right? That's when you see liquid. The liquid that I have in here, the particles that are flowing around, they move freely. They're condensed but still moving freely. So the form they shape, what I see, is liquid. Now the thing that is so free that doesn't take shape, that we cannot see, is the air, the gas around us, right? Those are particles that are not condensed, that I cannot see, that you and I cannot see, right? People, prophetic people, people who are visionaries, people who are seers of the world, right, can most likely see things in that gas state particle, whatever that is, right? People who can see things that aren't making or taking up physical 3D space are people who can see things prophetically or visionary or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And you don't always have to whatever, but you can see things that aren't in the physical 3D taking up shape. It's as simple as that, but also more complex than that. But it's also very simple, and I think it's just you have to understand that. That's as simple as I can make that, to break it down and explain that, right? But the Lord has poured out the spirit of deep sleep. So some people have gifts, don't know they have gifts until they wake up and realize they have gifts. And I don't mean wake up from your slumber one day and you realize you have gifts, but I mean wake up and have this veil uncovered, right? Because what does it say? The Lord has covered your eyes, namely the prophets. The Lord has covered your heads, namely the seers. There is a veil over you. There is a literal this, whether it's a veil, whether it's someone came and closed your eyes, there is one of these, right, where you cannot see it for a reason, right? You need to work your way up to these things for you to finally uncover your that's a conversation for a whole nother day. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be getting that deep into that or what, but this is this is so great. This is actually so great, and I didn't even have to smoke for this. Like, this is just pure understanding right now. Okay, let me change my battery though, because this battery is actually dead. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Or let me actually just talk until the battery dies. My camera's hot. What made me literally think about grabbing my Bible and coming and sitting out here and just, or not here specifically, just grab my Bible and going and reading. Sometime last year when I had grabbed my Bible, smoked, went by the lake. Man, when I tell you that was a crazy good little Bible session. It was a Sunday. I went for a walk, grabbed my Bible, had the same bag, put my Bible in my bag, had my little bowl, went to the lake, sat there, smoked, and read. Oh, when I tell you that scripture was hitting like no other, I thought about that today. I said, yeah, let me go get myself a good Bible study today. I haven't picked up my Bible in a minute. Who knows what is being instructed for me to read, but like, let me go get that same vibe. I'm doing this and I didn't even smoke. This is straight sober. But even, what's his face was talking about like sober in the mind. Sober in the mind, what's his face? Aries. Speaking of, when I was reading that Ariel stuff, I started to think about him too in this whatever, when he was doing that Bible study. There's this clip of him when he's with his boys doing a Bible study or whatever, and he's talking about God, the Lord says be sober-minded, and sober-minded doesn't mean literally being absent from, it doesn't have to always mean being absent from drugs or alcohol. It could also mean being sober in your emotions or sober in how you think. Like, if you don't have a clear thinking, a clear path to what you're doing, you could also be making hasty decisions and whatever. Sober isn't always physically representing drugs and alcohol, and I don't think they even use specifically drugs or alcohol and mention or whatever, but haven't got to that Bible, that verse or whatever yet to understand. But yeah, the more I'm an active participant of life, the more I realize that like there's a lot of stuff that like you would think if you were a Christian growing up, you'd be like, okay, this is a sin, this is a this is a sin. One, haven't found these specific scriptures to state that the things that you would have thought as a Christian is be considered a sin because they're not named or listed in the Bible the way that you're thinking about it. But you have to really read it with the context of understanding it as a book, and more so, I know these niggas did not come back and just switch cars. Understanding it as like, okay, I'm not reading it with the understanding to be like, oh, I'm a Christian, this is what the Bible says, and so I'm reading it looking like this, and I'm taking my own personal like convictions or my own personal like understandings or relationship with God, however I view it, and reading the Bible and saying this is what this means and this is what that means. No, I'm actually reading the Bible, what it says verbatim, and understanding it without having a preconceived notion attached to it. I think that is really great, and I feel like it's so much easier to read this way and understand because it just hits like, it hits so clear that it's just like, oh, maybe that's why I never really read the Bible from front to back. There are a lot of kids who vape here. Oh my gosh, I am only 27. I'm not even 27 yet. I'm turning 27 this year. These are these are all college students. Heavily Asian crowd, but there are a lot of kids who are vaping around here. Vaping seems to be very normal. I don't know this new age. I don't be around people that enough to, but I know vaping is a thing. But like, no, damn near everybody out here is vaping. It's actually unreal. Like, that's actually crazy. But wow, vaping is very normal. It's crazy how normal and I'm not little kids, like these are little kids, like they're probably just 4 years younger than me and stuff like that, but like everyone's vaping. Even this grown man that's walking by is oh child, let me get back to my scripture reading. Okay, verse 11, the whole vision has become to you like the words of a book Listen to this. The whole vision has become to you like the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one who is literate, saying, read this, please. And he says, I cannot, for it is sealed. Are y'all hearing that? Like, does that English make sense? The whole vision has become to you like the words of a book that is sealed. The whole vision has become to you like the words of a book that is sealed. The words of a book that is sealed. This book is not physically sealed. I can turn the pages and I can look at it and I can read it and I can see it. But as a man who is literate, meaning someone who can read, write, and speak, they're reading this and they're saying, I cannot, for it is sealed. The sealing that is on this is not a physical seal, bitch. It's a, fuck, that hurt. It is a veil once again, because the Lord has poured on you the spirit of deep sleep and has closed your eyes, namely the prophets, and has covered your heads, namely the seers. Those who are actually able to see and understand are in a deep sleep. They're not aware that they have this thing going. They're in a coma, bitch. They don't know. They don't know until it's time for them to know, until you get to that point. There was probably a reason why I've never read the Bible for real, for my own understanding until now, because the way I can understand shit, bitch, my eyes were closed. Bitch, my ears were not, oh, I'm sorry, I don't mean to call you a bitch, but I'm getting into it. Let's be so for real. And as those who claim they can read, those who actually follow the Bible, like those who claim to be associated with the Bible, which would be Christians, those are your literate people. And when you give them this book and you tell them to read, they say, I cannot, for it is sealed. They're not physically probably saying this, but the fact that they're not understanding it the way that they should is because there is a veil over them. They're not seeing it the way they should. So therefore, they're not reading it. That's my own interpretation, right? I don't know what you could be thinking, but we're reading this together and you interpret it how you choose to interpret it. This is my interpretation, but this is just a really good Bible study for the both of us. And he says, I cannot, for it is sealed. Then the book is delivered to one who is illiterate, saying, read this, please. And he says, I am not literate. Meaning those who are not supposed to be able to read, speak, or English, whatever, you give them the book and they say, I am not literate. Meaning they've already disqualified themselves from being in the position to read this. If you told me I cannot read, if whoever told me I was illiterate, and that's the label I'm carrying on myself, is that I'm illiterate, and you give me this book and you be like, read, I'm telling you I'm illiterate, I can't read. And I probably didn't even try to read the book, but I'm just going off of based on what I've been told. I'm going based off of the saying that's over my life that I'm illiterate, and so I'm not gonna give the book a chance because I can't read. That's my interpretation. That's kind of making sense to me. I don't know. You could have a whole totally different interpretation, but that's currently what's making sense to me right now. So, okay. Verse 13. Therefore the Lord said, inasmuch as these people draw near with their mouths and honor me with their lips, but have removed their hearts far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the commandments of men, therefore, behold, I will again do a marvelous work among this people, a marvelous work and a wonder. For the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hidden. That felt like the clearest English today. Those who draw near with their mouths, they honor me with their lips, but they remove me from their hearts. Those who speak, claim this, that, and the third, but don't actually be moving with their heart postures face towards their fear toward the Lord is taught by the commandment of men. You have been taught by man to fear the Lord. You ain't supposed to fear the Lord. The book. That's what I'm reading. That's what I'm being told. You're not supposed to fear me, but the commandment that you was taught has told you that you're supposed to fear me. Therefore, behold, I will again do a marvelous work among this people, a marvelous work and a wonder. For the wisdom of the wise men shall perish. The wisdom of the wise men shall perish. It shall fade. The wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hidden. Verse 15. Woe to those who seek deep to hide their counsel far from the Lord, and their works are in the dark. They say, who sees us and who knows us? Surely you have things turned around. Shall the potter be esteemed as the clay? For shall the thing made say of him who made it, he did not make me? Or shall the thing formed say of him who formed it, he has no understanding? Let's read that one more time. Woe to those who seek deep to hide their counsel far from the Lord. Woe, we just learned misery, distress, sadness, whatever. Woe to those who seek deep to hide their counsel far from the Lord. Woe to those who seek deep to hide their counsel far from the Lord. Woe to those who seek deep to hide their counsel far from the Lord. Okay, misery to those who seek deep to hide their counsel far from the Lord. From those who don't want to put their trust in the Lord, who don't want to find counsel in the Lord, those who avoid the Lord for whatever reason. Woe to those, misery to them, and their works are in the dark. They say, who sees us and who knows us? They're asking, who knows me? Who sees me? Da, da, da. They don't have their trust in the Lord. Surely you have things turned around. That's what the Lord is saying. Surely you have turned things around. You have misunderstood things. Shall the potter be esteemed? Here goes one of these parables once again, because Jesus said, was it Jesus in... Look at a girl about to reference a mother book. Jesus, who's mentioned in Matthew, Mark, or Mark, June. What the fuck? Oh my gosh. One of these New Testaments that I have to speak to you in parables so that people, you know, whatever. Shall the potter be esteemed as the clay? Shall the potter be esteemed as the clay? What does esteemed mean? Let's look up esteemed. Esteemed, does that mean joyous? An adjective describing someone or something that is highly respected, admired, or held in high regard. Okay. Shall the potter be esteemed as the clay? For whoa. For shall the thing made say of him? For shall the thing made say of him who made it, he did not make me? Or shall the thing formed say of him who formed it, he has no understanding? Okay. Shall the thing made say of him who made it, he did not make me? Or shall the thing formed say of him who formed it, he has no understanding? I understand that. It's like the same who sees us and who knows us. But it's just the wording. This is now that New King James wording that's kind of tricking me up. If I had the NLT. Okay. Here's a footnote. I didn't even read this about 9 to 16. So what we just... Oh, shit. So that first footnote was about verse 13 to 14. The second footnote is from 9 to 16. This talks about spiritual blindness. When you were spiritually blind, it is like being drunk. You become sleepy and stagger around and don't know where you are going. A spiritual stupor characterized those in Judah who rejected God's word. They had only a lip service religion, denying God's sovereign role. When people have rejected God's word, there is a great danger in becoming drunk on the spirit of this world and stumbling around in the dark. Revelation chapter 17 verse 1 and 2 talks about a great harlot making the people of the earth drunk with wine of her fornication. I just was watching a video of this lady talking about this harlot too on TikTok. Crazy. Revelation chapter 17 verse 1 to 2 talks about the great harlot making the people of the earth drunk with with the wine of her fornication. The idea is that people have become drunk on the world's spirit, which is a spirit that pulls you away from God. Being drunk affects the way you act, talk, think, dress, and perceive the world around you. Use the same understanding and apply it to Ephesians chapter 5, verse 18. This is so great. This was a great Bible study. Oh my gosh. I'm not even going to read chapter 28. Isaiah chapter 28 verse 23 to 29 was about listening to the teaching of God. And then Isaiah chapter 29 verse 1 all the way up into 16 speaks about the blindness. The first half is the woe to Jerusalem, and the second half is the blindness to disobedience. That was great. I'm not gonna lie, that was a great Bible study. I think I'm gonna wrap it up with this, because anything more I'm gonna start. Yeah, this was great though. This was a great understanding. This was exactly where I needed to be today. This is exactly where I was directed. Yeah, the way this worked out. And people are leaving. Volleyball is over, so people are finishing volleyball. Wow. Okay, I'm just gonna go through, underline some key points that I think are very today was really good. I really enjoyed this little Bible study. Once again, Isaiah chapter 28 verse 23 to 29, as well as Isaiah chapter 29 verse 1 to 16. That was Bible study with Mo in the car. If y'all ever want to do this again, let me know in the comments down below. I thoroughly enjoyed this. We can do this whenever, but I'm gonna see you guys in my next clip, whatever I end up doing. I'm gonna just go through this on my own time now, but toodles for now.
To revive, you have to reset, and then you have to produce. So this is why it's going to look different for you. This is why they have in patriarchy, they want everything to be assigned to time. They want everything to be assigned to time because that's manufactured. It's stable, it's solidified, it's foundational. Time is not real. Time doesn't exist. Time is just something that they created in order to make a hierarchy out of it. For you to sit here and gauge, okay, I'm not where I want to be at this time. Baby, you don't have to be. If you're in your career now and you have and you decide you want to know what in the future I want to go back to school, you can use the money that you're making in your career now and you can save it, and therefore have enough money saved up where you can actually stop working your job or go part-time at your job, and you can go to school full-time and you can get your degree quicker. Even if it means that you do it 5 years from now, 7 years from now, 10 years from now. Learn how to operate on your program as a woman, and learn how to create your program as a woman. Life is going to be easier for you. You're going to accumulate more money. You're going to look more beautiful. You're going to be releasing a lot of this shame and guilt that a lot of women have when you can't understand, oh my God, like, why am I not matching up to a man? Because you're not a small man. You're a woman. Like, they do, a lot of women do this in regards.
That felt like a podcast episode, y'all. What? If I was just listening to that without watching it, it just doesn't hit the same. I don't know why. But like, I like watching. I'm on TikTok, mind you. I'm listening to her, but I can watch her too. It just hits different. I can hear much better when I can see. Like, I don't know what the correlation is, but I done left my little Bible study. Wait for my friend. I'm just eating me some Cheetos. I was getting hungry, so I wanted a snack before I get to eat. Don't know what time I'll be eating. Hopefully I'm eating soon, but I just got me a little snack, and I'm sipping my water. I'm gonna heat off. I haven't had hot Cheetos in years. Hot Cheetos used to be my favorite snack. Hot Cheetos and cranberry juice when I was in high school. That's to tell you the level of nastiness that was at. Granted, nothing's wrong with it, but I want to eat real food. That was my snack. It was my combo snack, like cranberry juice and hot Cheetos. Yeah, that was the shit. Now, I only got this because I went up in this little store right here. I didn't need to grab nothing, but like, I need to put something in my body. And before I eat, I don't have to eat a snack, but like, I can feel that knocket keeps coming back. I don't know, but food needs to enter the system soon. So until then, let me snack, you know? I'll be back. Okay, you guys. Oh my gosh. Let me just tell you the absolute craziest thing that just happened to me. Right now it's, I think it's 10, 11. Where's the time at? It's 11. It's 11 o'clock at nighttime. I hung out with my friend. I left my friend, I think, like an hour ago. Like a good hour and maybe a half ago. Yo, hour and like a half ago. I'm on my way home. I say, I'm hungry. I never ate food. Okay. Gotta think of food. You can get food towards house. Actually, you can get food towards house. Because by the time you get to house, everything's closed. You need to find something open. Now, I say, what are you in the mood for? Oh, I've been thinking about tacos. I think I mentioned tacos earlier. I want tacos. Tacos look in. Open? Not much. Behind me? Yes. Do I do it? Look, can you see my tray? Oh my gosh, what's spilling? Right, so there's that, and then you know, just a little empty. I do plan on using that soup and cooking it with something. I don't really know what, but it will be used. You guys, why did I literally like eat that whole meal and forget to even tell you guys I got food? I remember thinking like, gotta vlog this. I was so focused on eating, I turned around to get food. I was in a steady direction. I turned around on the freeway. Not on the freeway. Not on the freeway, but on the main road to come get food from here. And I just sat down. I parked at the gas station because I'm like, I'm not waiting to get home to eat this. I'm hungry right now in this moment today. I just turned around for some food. Why would I take it all the way home and wait till I get comfy and da-da-da to eat? No. I need to handle business right now. So I was like, I could eat here, but I'm like, no. Parking lot's about to be empty. It's already empty. It's getting real dark, real empty. No. So I'm like, okay, let me just come to a gas station. Gas stations be open because everything's about to be closed. Lights. Eat your food. Go about your business. Gas stations are busy. At least come to the one that's still open and busy. Okay? Because I like to personally be around people when it's nighttime as a girl. It's better. Let people see you. Let all types of dark by yourself. So, lights, food, ate, finish. Putting the food trays in the bag, and I suddenly think, oh my gosh, I didn't vlog it. I didn't vlog it. Wow. Wow. So I was hungry, real hungry. Ordered up burritos. No, I did not. Burrito tacos. And an elote. As you can see, I'm ashamed. My mind just was only focused on the food, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not completely done. I wanted to get guac to go home and eat with my chips. Then it would be like complete, because like I got some hard to chew. That I would keep until I get home. I didn't get the guac. It's okay. I still got chips at home. I got some other stuff I can snack on. But the kicker is, I already have my water in my pink water bottle. I go in there, and like the rest of humanity, I was tempted by an old school Fanta. Do you know what I'm saying? And the only problem with this is that I cannot open it. I literally cannot open it. I usually, on my keys, have a bottle opener on my keys so that I can open bottles like this. And I'm looking at my key and I'm like, where's my bottle opener? Can't find a bottle opener. You know why? Because the bottle opener has been hanging up on the key rack for the last few months, and you never seem to notice that it was your bottle opener. You kept looking at it and you're like, wow, that kind of looks like my bottle opener. I have one just like that. But you never thought about your own bottle. You never looked at it. You just said that one looks just like the one you have. And then when I'm sitting here looking for a bottle opener, I realize my bottle opener is in fact the one that was sitting there looking exactly like the one that I have. So I looked. What else can I use? What else is a bottle opener? Nothing. But if these people come out, I'm gonna ask them if they got a bottle opener, cause fuck. What the fuck? What the fuck? Excuse me. You have a bottle opener?
I don't think so.
No.
What do you need open?
Just my.
Oh, maybe you need a bottle opener for this.
Is this the twist one?
Yeah.
No.
It should be.
Ooh. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
You too. I hope y'all saw that on camera. Wow, bless her. It's tasting like I need another snack. That was amazing. Do you know how long it's been since I've had a Fanta? Because them Fantas in the can ain't cutting it. I don't even know what this right here. And this, y'all see this one doesn't even have no fizz to it. It's just so good. Wow, it's been so long. It's tasting like grab a bag of chips. I finished all my chips and I have this much juice left. That would make up for the chips and guap that I was going to save later. Because then after this, I could really just go sleep. I can go home and I can go to sleep. And I'll feel so great because my stomach is full. And I ate exactly what I wanted to eat. Tacos. I ate tacos. I completed what I said I was going to do today. I didn't go on a walk. But I said I think I either wanted to go on a walk or go to Bible study. So I was fulfilled with Bible study. I'll just stretch. Compromise. Tacos. I got tacos. And now I have this. I do need something to eat because I can't just drink on itself and I can't just eat by itself. That's just the type of person I am. The car in front of me has been on as well. And I have not seen a person move in there not one time. Just like how I'm doing. And they were here before me. But I really can't go in there because, like, if I do this, so big bag. Going inside to buy a bag of chips just to complete this little. I can go home and eat a bag of chips. But it's like I said, just I'm not completely full. I'm gonna chew a piece of gum. Maybe that helps. Oh, I'm done with that. Let's make my bladder full. I'm gonna chew a piece of gum. Y'all saw her? My sister said she only just tacos. That is so refreshing right now. It's that menthol. Not menthol. That like, whatever that is, it contains phenylalanine, phenylalanine, child. Wow, dude was inside the whole time, kept his car on. Is that him? It's not him. Everybody's vaping. This grown ass man came outside. I don't know what I'm talking about. That it don't even matter. Yo, this gum is so good. It's 11:15. It's 11:15. I'm about to drive myself home and go to bed. I'm going with my nephew tonight, so I will see him after school. I'm sorry, the juice out the gum is just hitting. It's so bad. You don't even understand. Like, I don't even want to stop chewing. That's how good it is. I don't know. It's the same gum I chewed at the skating rink for 3 hours. My jaw was hurting for 2 days straight, bro. I promise you not. It lasted me 3 hours. Strong. Never faded. This is addicting. Anyways, let me cut this short because I'm going to be chewing your ears off for the rest of the night if you let me. Thanks for watching. That was my day. You didn't see much, but you saw me much. Like, I did what I did. I did what I did. Girl, I don't think I didn't leave this car one time. I left the car to get my food just now. Oh, and then when I was hanging out with my friend. Other than that, I've been in the car all day. Well, not all day, but since I left. That's 7 hours. It was just a chill day. Did some chill shit. I said I wanted to do that, and I did that. I did what I talked about today, the 3 things. So I'm good. I'm gonna start driving before the sleep hits, because all of a sudden it's gonna start hitting. I can feel it. But I'm gonna make it home. I'm back at home, and thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in my next one. Toodles. Mwah. Yeah.